What's up, everyone? Slay Buddha back with another video. This time we're gonna be breaking down some trades. It's actually been a while since I've done a breakdown video, so I'm gonna break down some of the trades I took last week. Last week, well, the week that just passed, horrible week, guys. So if you're like, if you're upset, you're like, oh, this week was so trash. I took so many losses. Trust me, this week was gross. The price action, the PA was so choppy, it was so rangy. There was no clear direction. Are we bullish? Are we bearish? I mean, not even white Jesus knew, I'm telling you. So don't be a sucker for it. Weeks like this is when you need to just stay out of the market because you're just gonna get your ass whooped. So, or risk less, or TP quickly, things like that. Figure it out. But yeah, this week was just fucking horrible. So let's uh let's get into some of the trades I took. I took a lot of losses, a lot of break evens and swerves, and I took 2 wins. I have 2 trades running in profit. They're already risk free. So if those hit my TP, it'll be 4 wins technically. Although it'll probably hit TP next week. But let's break down some of the trades. Before I get into that, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not here to tell you what to do with your money. Don't be a dumbass. Okay, let me show you guys the proof. We'll start with CAD Swiss. CAD Swiss was the first win I took. I think it was the first trade I took. I don't remember. But that was right here. So this is at this point I was risk free. And by risk free, I don't mean I move to break even. I mean I take half off at 2R. And at this point, it hit my take profit. And these are the trades. Pretty clean trade. Pretty nice trade. I'll show you how I TP'd and what my thought process was behind this trade. So this is CAD Swiss. Let's start with this one. CAD Swiss. What am I seeing on the monthly? You can't just go straight to the 1 hour and start looking for a trade unless you're a scalper and that's time frame used. But for me, I'm gonna go to the monthly and see just what is going on. I don't care about what's going on here. This is not important to me. I want to understand what's going on right here. Current price action. First thing I noticed is yes, we're bearish. Like structure wise, we're bearish. We're bearish. Keep on breaking structure. But you see here, we didn't break this structure here. All we did was grab that liquidity and price reversed. This is not a break of structure, guys. This is a grab of liquidity from this low. And that pushed price up. Have we broken this structure, monthly structure yet? No. But this monthly rate is the first evidence that we might be going higher. Maybe we're going to grab liquidity from these highs and then reverse. Maybe we're going to come here. That's going to happen months ahead. I'm not concerned with that. All I know is monthly is most likely turning bearish. What supports, bullish rather. What supports this bullish momentum? Weekly has broken structure. Now we have a weekly break of structure to the upside. All I'm waiting for is price to, well, I'm not waiting, but I'm expecting price to come back into here for buys. This is the main area I want to buy from right here. Now, why did I still take a buy? I took a buy even though I knew I wanted to buy from here, mostly because of this chart pattern. And honestly, you guys, chart patterns for lower time frame necessary, but mainly for scalping. I mean, it's necessary, but it's a lot more clean and obvious on the higher time frame. You can see clearly we have an impulse, and of course, this would not be the retracement. I'll just draw it like this. Oh no, it doesn't look that clean, but this would be the retracement. Impulse up, retracement down, expecting another impulse up. So chart pattern is very important, even for entries, for everything. Just understand that this is all corrective. And moves like this, corrective moves like this, where we're retracing, is building up liquidity above, liquidity here, and also building up liquidity below. People selling the third touch, second touch of trend line, people buying and selling chart patterns, putting their buy stops here, sell stops here. They're all gonna get whacked, basically. But let's look deeper into what happened and why I took that buy. So I want to buy from here, but just seeing the way we're tracing, price is most likely going to come for these lows. That's what I want to see. But when I went to the daily, I saw that the same thing with the chart pattern. This was very impulsive. First, let me just break everything down. First, we grabbed all the liquidity from these lows. I think that's a weekly or maybe a monthly. But we grabbed liquidity from that low and we into this hidden base in line with this failed level of supply. Is this failed supply? Yeah, this is failed supply. This whole zone, this whole thing here is a failed supply. This is the hidden base narrative, and this is another order block narrative that I want to buy from. But I saw we were in that zone, and then we broke all of this structure. So basically, we just had to stop on BMS and RTO. We broke that structure, grabbed liquidity from these lows, pulled back into this daily right here, taking out even more liquidity in the process here, and also liquidity being taken out here, causing another break of the structure. This is also a weekly rate, so not really a break, but on the daily it's a break. It might be confusing, but you just have to understand confluence. So it's not like which one do I use, it's a matter of confluence. So what confluence made me buy? I saw that we were also having this kind of corrective move to the downside. Very corrective. This is not impulsive. This is very corrective. See how long did it take for us to push up, and see how we're struggling. We're just struggling to come all the way down. So seeing this pattern, this exact same thing. What's the difference between this on the daily and this on the weekly? It's the same thing. Chart patterns, guys. It's good for confluence. I'm not saying you should start selling and buying this this whole trend line. I'm just saying use it as confluence to understand where price wants to go. So we had that on the daily, the break of structure there too. I actually took this sell, beautiful sell. Took it whatever happened. I wish I didn't close though. I need to get used to holding my trades, but I closed because I was just expecting buys actually from here. But anyway, we came back into this daily order block here. Now this daily has failed to break this high, so I don't really trust this as a strong low right there. But my buy wasn't even based off there because I wanted to take a buy from here. So let's go further into that. We're inside that daily order block. I hope it's clear. I don't know if I rushed that. I might have rushed that. We broke all that structure. My limit was here, but price doesn't always have to come back to the extreme. You know, price doesn't always have to come back here. And understanding that, I knew that maybe we could get another buy from some area in here. I didn't really have a clear POI. This was my second POI, but price actually pierced through it. I was waiting for confirmation on this one, this order block here. But let's need price whacked it into maybe into this hidden base. No, you see, we didn't even reach the hidden base. So yeah, we didn't reach that hidden base. Yeah, but something in there. I'm not even gonna look for it, but I wasn't trying to, take any entries around here. I was waiting for the confirmation because I knew that price might not come in here. So what happened instead? There was another setup that price that I actually saw, which was this raid that happened in this whole buy area. This whole zone will be my buy area. Right? This extreme is where I'll put my limit, but that doesn't mean price is gonna come here. Something else could happen, and I'm gonna see the intention of the market makers or whatever you want to call them, the gods that are controlling the markets, the gods of forex. But let's see if I can find a nice POI to use. Is it 12? Okay, yeah, you can just use this whole 12-hour POI there. So I knew that price could reverse from anywhere inside here, coming from that daily order block. Let me just refine into this 12-hour. Did we even touch that 12-hour? Probably not. Okay, but I know price will come back anywhere into here, and we could see that reversal. It's likely. Did it happen? Did we fly from there? No, but I did have a very smart TP, which we're going to go into later on. So anyway, we had that raid there. I'm just going to clean everything since you guys understand where I'm coming from already. So we had that whole raid there. It was also a daily raid. I mostly took it off the daily, not 8-hour. A daily raid. Lovely daily raid. What else? What else could we see? It's not just a matter of a daily raid. What's the confirmation? Where's the entry gonna happen? I'm not just gonna, take any. I'm not just gonna take an entry here or something after the day closes. You have to wait to see price retrace so you can get a lovely entry with a good stop loss and good risk reward. So we have the daily raid that also broke structure. Now, where was my entry? My entry was off, I think it was a 10-minute POI. Yes, maybe 10 minutes. Actually, I don't remember. Yeah, it was 10 minutes. It was 10 minutes. So my entry was right. This is where I set my limit. I just set my limit here. Boom. That was my entry. What else? What else do I see? It's not just a matter of stop pawn break of structure. Yes, where's liquidity? What is supporting this move? Where do I see liquidity being built up? And we had equal lows made. Here to here. I think it's clearer on, let's say, the 15 minute. Yeah, so we had some lovely equal lows. I swear on FXCM, I believe they're actually perfectly equal lows. Maybe not on Rwanda. On FXCM, it was perfectly equal lows. Let's just quickly check that actually. Because if you see the chart here, you can see this low and this low. I believe that's a straight line. I might be wrong, but I believe it's a straight line. Let's see. I guess it wasn't a straight line. It looked like equal lows if I remember correctly. Anyway, close enough. It doesn't always have to be perfectly equal lows yet. You just understand the concept, the concept of people wanting to buy from everywhere here, people wanting to buy the trend line. Third touch, what they're gonna I don't know how they want to draw the trend lines. They're gonna be buying here, or they're gonna be selling the retest, selling all their stop losses here. Right? That's the concept of it. So stop on break of structure, 10-minute POI at the extreme, lovely trendline inducement, however you want to draw it. You can draw it there, you can draw it there. Just any kind of equal lows, trend lines, double tops, triple bottoms, all those fucking retail, whatever. Okay, so this is my entry right there. My stop loss was, I think, was it 11 pips? Maybe 11 pips, I don't remember. Maybe 11 pips, thereabout. Now, where am I going to TP? As always, I want minimum of 5R. That's what I want as a minimum. But you first have to see, is it possible to get that 5R? Is there any obstruction? Where am I going to? What's my target? What could be in the way of that? The first thing here is this. This is more liquidity. So I was expecting at least we're going to come up to here. At least. There's no doubt about it. So I knew that by the time we come here, I can move. I don't want to break even until I reach my major TP, but I know that I can take half off and I'll be risk free because I know price is definitely gonna come here, right? And then I knew that another source of liquidity was actually this lovely break and retest liquidity. So once I saw this high being made and we were retracing, I wasn't bothered. I knew that this was just a retracement. Why? Firstly, we have the impulse. Let's look at the 15-minute. Same thing, chart pattern. Impulse. And see how we slow down. See how corrective this is. See how corrective is this? And we had another impulse. Right? Impulse, correction, impulse. So again, same thing about chart patterns. I'm not saying enter off them, just use them as confluence for your trades. So we had this liquidity here, I saw this was a retracement and it wasn't impulsive, so I wasn't scared of getting stopped out. Now, why was this another smart TP? Because we also have 4-hour order block here. This whole area is a 4-hour zone, right? That broke the structure. So there's still a likelihood that I could be wrong. Price could just drop all the way down. So am I going to try and start holding everything up to here? I'm going to hold 100% of my money up to here and then get stopped out. I'm wondering, oh no, I should have taken partials early, blah, blah, blah. Take your money, guys. Take your money off the market and leave a runner. My runner got stopped at a break even, but I don't care about that because I've already taken my money off. So this 11 lovely sell too. I had the wrong direction, but anyway, that doesn't matter. I'm taking my money and I'm fine. So this was the CAD Swiss trade from top to bottom, starting from the monthly. Let's go into the next win, which was USDJPY. I actually really love this pair. UJ is a very good pair for swinging. Okay, we'll just start from the beginning. Let me show you the proof. So that was CAD Swiss. UJ pissed me off because my entry was so accurate that I didn't get tagged in because of spread, so I had to enter manually. So my entry was a little bit lower than it was supposed to be. I was supposed to get a lovely entry up here, but anyway, it doesn't matter. I hit my TP. Don't get obsessed with entries. Oh, I must get a sniper. I must have the smallest stop loss. Blah blah blah. And then you miss a trade, or you take all the stupid losses, and it was in your favor. It's just don't get caught in that. Don't get caught up in that. Okay. So I already broke it down in my channel, but we'll go over it again. Where's the MT4? No, that's not the MT4. Yes, so this is the MT4. I took my major partials around there. Lovely. It was still a great entry, honestly. Great entry. Let's break it down. UJ. Monthly time frame. Okay, on the monthly time frame, structure wise, it's not very clear. We did have this push up. It's not the super clearest in terms of structure. I do believe we're bullish, but I want to see us, if these are the best areas to buy from, right? So I'm not going to be buying for, this is monthly time frame, so I currently see I'm not going to be buying from here because I don't trade off the monthly. I'm not a position trader. I'm more of like a short-term trader, not even really a swing trader, because my TP, sometimes I TP in a day, less than a day. But yeah, let's go over what I was seeing, right? So over here we have this impulse down, impulse up. This looked a corrective, right? Impulse up, we came into this order block. We came into this OB. Impulsively here, broke weekly structure most likely over there. Correction, impulse, correction, another impulse, right? Another impulse. So just seeing that, I'm actually bullish. I can't really see any clean POI in terms of an order block I want to sell from. Yeah, there might be something on the daily, but for now, just observing to see if there's going to be any retracements or any sign of retracement. And the first sign I saw was that in January, we closed as a raid. We grabbed liquidity from that high, from this high over here. And also, well, technically this high too got taken out. Oh, those were even equal highs. Lovely. I'm even just noticing that. Equal highs. This high and this high got smacked. Right? Smacked the way your parents would smack you in the ass. Lovely. So we had that monthly rate there. First sign that we could see some bearishness. Structure wise, yes, we're bullish. Go to the weekly, we're bullish. Structure wise, we're bullish. But you have to understand that liquidity grabs are also huge signs showing you where the market wants to go, showing you where the market makers are intending to move price. Because this buy to sell was so you could grab liquidity and push price the other way, right? So anyway, monthly rate of those two equal highs. Love the equal highs. Let's see what else is happening. So that's the reason why I sold. Not only, yeah, that's the reason why I sold. Let me just extend this. So that's the monthly rate. This had grabbed liquidity. Now we've had this super strong push down, so I didn't get any clean entries when I think it was also a weekly raid. Yeah, not really a weekly raid, more of a monthly raid. But let me move on. I did take a sell here. It was break even. I think my sell was around here. It was a break even sell. And initially, I did have. Let's see what happened here. I did have a limit there. Just to quickly break down where that entry was from. I think it was like a 1 hour, 2 hour POI, maybe 15-minute POI. Wasn't this one? Was it this one? No. There's a POI in here that I had a limit. Once I saw the raid at the beginning of February, but then I removed it because, come on, I'm not going to hold my limit forever. It's too risky. Price could take out this high again and drop. So let me show you what the setup was. I had the bearish intent. Why else was I bearish? Look at this. What is this? What does this tell you? Impulsively we broke the structure. Not very clean swing low, but we broke the structure here. Impulse correction. Am I right? Impulse correction. See how long there's you can use something here to show you. Is it date range? Maybe it's date range. From this high to this low, it took 10 days. Then from this low to this high, it took 41 days to retrace. That's telling you that we're going lower. Impulse, correction, retracement to go lower. So again, chart patterns very, very helpful as confluence. But anyway, that was just a confluence. My setup was based off this 8-hour raid. So we had a monthly raid, 8-hour breakup structure with an 8-hour raid as a setup. 8-hour raid there. Corrective move telling me most likely we're coming down at least maybe into here or even into here before we see any more buys. Okay, let's go into my entry. So I saw that raid. I go down to low time frames to enter to get confirmation that it's a real raid, and that confirmation is the break of structure. So now 1 hour has changed structure. We've had that momentum shift, and I'm expecting 1 hour to continue, the next 1 hour to retrace and go lower, right? And again, guys, again, correction, very corrective move after this impulsive candle, impulse, correction, right? So honestly, taking a risk entry here would have been completely, it would have made sense, but I didn't, just because I knew there was actually another POI up here, right? I want to get more comfortable with taking risk entry, well, not risk entries, but more like entries of POIs that are not the extreme. But I knew that we could, structure wise, it doesn't make sense because this high already broke the structure, so this is a strong high. But it's possible that I took a Euro NZD trade where we did push up and come back into here and drop. So because of that, I waited for confirmation, okay, from this 1 hour POI. So let me just change that. I had a limit there in case price did decide to push higher, but I did have wait for confirmation here. And again, all of this whole thing here is building liquidity below as a target and building liquidity be taken out. This is all inducement. A POI can be induced more than once. First inducement, second inducement that got taken out, and then we dropped, right? So just understand that. So this was the inducement. I'm just going to draw this out here. See how we rated it. So after this raid, as a scalp, I would actually take a sell, wait for confirmation, take a sell. But that's not the entry today. Let's go over the extra confirmation entry I took. So we had that 1 hour POI. I was waiting for more confirmation. We broke this structure here. So we didn't break major structure, but we broke this internal structure here. Right there. Now where am I entering from? We broke that internal structure. We have a lovely 10-minute POI up here. This was my limits, and because of spreads I didn't get tagged in, so I manually entered here. But let's go deeper into this. Okay, so 10-minute POI, break of that structure there on the 15-minute time frame. All of this whole range here is liquidity. Not just this high, although of course this when I'm drawing my chart out, this would be the high that I dropped as inducement that got taken out before we dropped. But it's honestly this whole range here, we're building liquidity. What are retail traders doing? They're all buying they're going to see this impulse up, and they're all buying, bullish, engulfing. We've broken out of the range. All their buy stops are here, and they are going to get whacked because we are selling. Everyone that might be selling this as a double top or selling their trend line, this was actually a lovely trend line too. Selling this trend line, selling, price buys up, and they get stopped out. So both sides get stopped out. This trend line is inducement, but I just draw it like this because it's a lot cleaner in my opinion. And we actually also took out liquidity from here as well. So this was supposed to be my entry, but luckily I had an alarm on my phone and I saw the alarm a bit late, but I entered. I think my stop loss was 9 pips. I believe it was 9 pips. Yeah, I believe it was 9 pips, but this was the actual entry. 5 hour. Let's talk about the TP now. So I had my entry there, I got tagged in. I'm aiming for 5 hour. Why did this 5 hour make sense? Because we had this order block. Can we find this gap? So most likely this price we could get maybe a retracement or maybe even a reversal to come into here. I'm not saying it's going to happen. Structure wise, it's probably not possible because you already broke the structure there. But it's you never know. You know, especially with weeks like this where the market is just mad. It's just moving mad. We're just on crack. Someone handed the market makers crack, and they were just doing whatever they wanted. But this is where my TP was. I didn't TP there though, just because my entry was lower, and I wasn't awake here. My entry was a lot lower, and I ended up TPing at like actually 6.5 hours. So this was actually a 6 minute. Around here is when I TP'd. This is when I woke up, when I saw the chart. Around here. But this was the actual trade. And I do have a runner running right now. But that's the breakdown of this trade. How long have we been going on? 25 minutes. Alright. Let's go into GU. GBPUSD. GU, I took one loss here and one win on GU. After, I'll go over the loss, I'll go over the win. It's the same setup. But let's look at what's happening from the monthly. Again, from the monthly. What do I see here? What's happening right here? You don't have to look at all of this. This is not really important right now because price is moving here. So what caused this push up? We have a raid. This is from Corona times. In 2020. We had that raid there. Wow, it's been 2 years, guys. What the hell? It's been 2 years since this whole madness started. Jesus Christ. Anyway, we had that raid here, break of structure. This looks very corrective to me. Very, very corrective. Compare this to this. You know, it might be clear on like a weekly. Impulse, this looks pretty corrective. I believe we've already broken this structure here on the monthly too. I believe we're gonna go higher, honestly. Maybe into here. Maybe I think there's a daily order block in here. You know, but for now, monthly is bullish, but the weekly is bearish. What does that mean? That means we're looking to retrace into more discount levels. You don't want to be buying from here. Price always has to have a retracement before we have the next impulse up. So, what do I see here? Monthly bullish, weekly bearish. We've been bearish for so long. This push up was caused by a raid of this fractal low. Not this one here, this fractal low. I actually want to buy from here. This is my main POI for buy. I think I've gone through this before in another video. Oh, I want to buy from here. These are my 2 points of interest for buys. But that doesn't mean that price is going to go there immediately. Price always has to create liquidity for POIs. And usually they do that by raiding a fractal low or fractal high. Anyway, we have that raid there which caused price to go up. But because I'm bearish, it makes sense to just look for sells. You can obviously take a buy to sell here, but this is the first confirmation of, you know, a retracement. Anyway, let's go further into it. So that's what's happening on the weekly right now. We're in this high to this low. We're in this range. This whole high to this low is our range to work with. Refining that POI to the daily POI there. We went down from here, grabbing liquidity from this high. Not really obvious on the daily, sorry, on the weekly, but anyway, that was the inducement for this POI. And then we have this drop down that ended up breaking all of this structure. We broke this structure, we broke this structure, we came back into this failed supply. This failed supply here. I actually was waiting for confirmation for here. I didn't enter this. I didn't actually see the entry until after when I was back testing. It was a clean entry from here, but I missed the buy. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The buy up, we have the buy up. Now in terms of direction, where am I expecting price to go? It's a bit confusing for me. We're just ranging here, you know. We do have this impulse push up. I would love to see us go down because I'm in a sell, of course. I want to see us actually take out this low because this is now break and retest liquidity right there. So I want to see us actually take out this liquidity. If I'm buying, it'll be from here, but most likely I'd want to buy from here. Actually, not this POI. Most likely I want to buy from that weekly order book. But I do expect us to come down and take this low because it's a break and retest area. But let's look further into why I took a sell. Weekly is bearish, daily is bearish, and we had this daily raid, bearish raid inside this order block. So see how all the confluences come together. It's two setups in one. We have a raid, and we also have an order block to sell from. So we have two things happening in one. Okay. This first sell was so painful. I removed my limit. No, the sell that came here, I would have got a lovely entry. Anyway, that's not important. Let's break down this trade further. So we had the daily rate in line with the trend, and it caused a break of a lot of structure. We broke. But I'll just mark out this one here. But we broke more than one. We broke this one, we broke this one, we broke this one. Oh, this looks more like a raid. But we broke all of this structure. This one too, all of this structure got broken to the downside. Now my first sell, which was a loss, was here, and now I'm another sell from here. Let's go over the loss. So, it's a long video. We didn't break that structure actually. I saw on FXM it's a break. Maybe I'm wrong. Anyway, we broke this structure here. That's the only confirmation I need as the BMS. Before that, we pulled back into this OB. Now we pulled back into here, and we also have this POI. We had two POIs, but my limit is gonna be here, which is where this is actually the win I took, or the one that's running now. That's a break even, risk free. Now, but that doesn't mean you couldn't reverse from here. Although this is very high probability because this actually looks like liquidity. I shouldn't have taken this sell. This sell right here, I shouldn't have taken. But it did follow my rules because the sell from that 1 hour OB broke a lot of structure to the downside on the 15-minute time frame. So my entry was actually off this 15-minute order block. And I'll show you guys what I could have done to at least been able to move to break even. Right? So my entry was right here. And we were so close to hitting 2R, because I tell you, I risked 2% of my account, and I take half off at 2R. I had like maybe 18, maybe 19. I don't remember what the stop loss was. Maybe 19, around 19 pips, or 18.5. And we were so close to hitting 2R. I believe it was 18.5, because we were literally really close. But I saw this move up, and I was like, I'm just going to leave it, because, follow my rules. I shouldn't be taking partials early. But we ended up getting stopped out at... Yeah, I took a loss here. What I should have done is just entered off the 1 hour IPA, and then it would have been risk free. Would have hit 2R, and I would have been risk free. That's what I should have done. I just entered off the 30-minute order block instead. And it would have been risk free. But that was a loss. Fine. Once I saw that was a loss, I knew, okay, that the entry I took was off the wrong POI. We now have these relatively equal highs that will be taken out as liquidity before we go lower. So I entered off the extreme. And I could have done something else as well better. So I could have TP'd already by now. Because my stop loss here was like 18.5 pips, which is not bad for GUs. It's not bad at all. I'm not saying it's a bad stop loss, guys. If you have 18.5 pips, that's pretty good. Was it 18.5 or was it 19? I believe it's 18.5. 18.5 pip stop loss. I'm already risk free, aiming for 5R. I actually would love to see. I like the way we're moving now. I like how it took so long for price to finally drop. Last week was just a big mess. But I do like how we're moving right now. I want to see us just keep on going all the way lower, maybe into here. But I want to see that low get broken too. We do have this nasty range. I just want us to leave this range. If buys are going to happen, it's going to happen around here, or like I said, the weekly area, which is the best place to buy from. So I do want to see us push down. I like how impulsive this looks. See how we compressed into it? That's another thing to look out for. See how we compressed into the POI? That's one thing I like to see. How when we compress into a POI, that's a good confluence. Chart patterns, guys. You have to understand candles, the way they look and the way the candles form. What I could have done is refine to the most extreme. If this was any normal week, this would have been my entry. 100%. But the reason why I didn't do it is because I knew that this week was just a rubbish week and price could swerve me out. I already got swerved on AU. I got swerved on AU twice. I got swerved on AU twice, guys. So because of that, I just didn't want to risk it. I wanted to make sure I get the entry. So I entered off the 30-minute. Although there's nothing wrong with entering off the 15-minute, and I would have already TP'd by now. Anyway, that was a trade, guys. Let me show you AU. AU swerved me like a... First of all, it stopped me out at break even. Well, risk free. I took a sell here. I got risk free around here, and I got stopped out. My next entry was here. Didn't reach. My buys. Oh, that was the most painful one. My buy here got swerved too. So painful. So painful, guys. It got swerved. We actually went off the 2 hour order block, or yeah, the IPA, whatever. Or you could say a lower time frame breaker is actually why we went off, or failed supply. Right there, which makes sense. And I think it's maybe clean on the 30-minute. Yeah, any failed supply there, that's the one we went off. You can go look for it yourself. But yeah, so after all those swerves, I just said, you know what, I didn't want to risk it with G. I'm just gonna enter off that 30-minute POI. But that was it, guys. That's all I'm gonna do for today. I just broke down 2 wins, 1 loss, and one that is currently running. Let me know what you thought of the video. Should I just go over one more? What time is it? 35 minutes. If I go over one more, it'll be maybe the AUD card trade that's currently running too. It's just the same concept. Same concepts. We actually have this long wick that I'm already mitigated from this order block here. We broke weekly structure to the upside here, so I am bullish. However, price is of course bearish at the moment because we're retracing. When we retrace into, so I'm going to rush this, guys. Retrace into this hidden base right there in line with a failed level of supply right there. In the process, we also took out this liquidity, lovely inducement over there. As for, so I'm actually bullish. I missed the first entry here. I got swerved. Well, I had my limit here. It was so painful. Well, kind of painful. But my limit was actually here for buys from that weekly hidden base. And I didn't get tagged in. Whatever, shit happens. So we are bullish. Well, I am bullish. I'm looking for buys. But I'm not going to buy from here. I'm not buying from here. I'm going to wait for price to retrace into more discount levels. I don't like these shallow retracements. I want to see a deep retracement and then catch the main move. I don't want to catch all these small moves because a lot of times price will take it out as liquidity. So I want to buy from here, maybe down here to take out this low. Ultimately down here if price decides to come back all the way. Why did I take a sell? Very simple. We had a daily raid. My videos are basically the same thing over and over again. I don't know why you guys are not getting bored. Daily raid into this breaker here. Now this sell is a bit risky because I am expecting this break and retest area to get taken out, so it might not work out. I'm already risk free though, so I don't care if I do end up taking a loss. This is very low probability sell just because this is now inducement for maybe this order block here or this order block where I'll probably be looking for sells. But you know, I did have the raid. I did get my confirmation, so I did take the trade of this 1 hour order block. I'm risk free, so I don't really care what happens with it anymore. I mean, it would be great for it to hit my TP, of course, but you know, despite whatever happens. Break of structure. We have this whole range, which is inducement, relatively equal highs there. So this is my entry here. Price was just playing around my zone, still playing around my zone, just having fun here. They're just, I don't know what game they're playing. They're just having fun in my around my entry. That's fine with me. But yeah, that's the breakdown of this trade. I took my entry here. Lovely push down. I think it was news or something. So I was able to get risk free around here. And whatever happens, that happens. I don't care. But that was this trade. So I went over CADCHF, USDJPY, the 2 trades on GU, and also quick rundown of AD CAD. Okay, let me know if this video felt rushed. I tend to talk fast sometimes, and yeah, let me know if it felt rushed. If there's anything you didn't understand clearly, just let me know in the comments below. I'll be happy to answer. If anyone knows how to because I wanna set up a Discord. I want to do like a premium. I was going to wait later to tell you guys. I want to do a premium membership thing where I share all my setups and also all my entries. I'm not advertising as a signal group. So everyone's going to come, oh, Slay, signals. It's not a signal group. It's just for people to learn, for people who maybe can't see live, or people who just want extra confirmation. Maybe they're not sure and they want maybe to see my setups to help them, to guide them with their entries and their setups. I'm thinking of doing a Discord, a premium group, monthly subscription, maybe $50 a month. Maybe also with a Zoom call at the end. I'm not sure. I want to start from February, so I'm thinking of doing that, where I just share all my setups for all my pairs and all my entries and what I'm seeing and where I want to enter. And it's up to you guys if you want to enter the trade. It's up to you guys if you want to TP high TP. You guys, it's up to you guys how you want to do everything. I'll tell you guys how I manage and break down my trade, how I manage my trades. But if you guys want to manage it differently, that's up to you. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking of doing. The only thing is, I don't know how to. I don't know how to manage the subscriptions monthly automatically. Like, I don't know how to automate it. There should be a bot for that on Discord where like, because it's gonna be a monthly subscription thing, and I don't want to manually do it. That's very annoying. So if anyone knows a bot that can help me with doing all that stuff automatically, that would be very helpful. So I don't have to do it by myself. I don't want to do it on Telegram because I know people are going to start sharing the charts in different groups and different things. Wait, I can. Oh wait, I forgot Telegram. You can disallow forwarding now. Oh, that's true. So maybe I would do Telegram actually. Maybe. We'll see. But yeah, if anyone knows for Discord, let me know. And that's the end of this video. I'm still doing one-to-one. So for the people who are doing my one-to-ones or who want to join my one-to-ones for swinging, I'm not doing for scalping anymore, guys. I did the last one for scalping. I'm going to do the last one for scalping next week. So yeah, I'm not doing that. But for swinging, I'm still doing one-to-ones. However, what I'm going to do is for the swinging one-to-ones, I'm going to do it so that this whole premium thing, they're going to have the first month free. And then after that, they can decide to pay or not. So there's so you can have more further help for the one-to-ones. The only reason I'm actually doing this is because students in my one-to-one want to, they still not get things a little bit clearly, so they want to see my charts and stuff. And I think other people would benefit from it too. Okay, I'm talking too much, guys. I will see you guys later. If you know have any ideas of how I can automate it automatically on Telegram too. If there's any way I can do it on Telegram or on Discord, let me know in the comments. Let me know what you thought of the video. Love you guys. Bye. Peace out. Damn, that was just ranting.